Hello students, in this lecture we are going to understand the 7 P's of hospitality marketing mix. Now, what are the 7 P's of hospitality marketing mix? Marketing mix is the tool for achieving the marketing objective. Now, there are 7 elements in marketing mix. These are the tools for achieving the marketing objective. So the first one is product, physical goods or services. Now, what are products? Now, product is something which you offer to the consumers, to the public, and they are ready to buy it. They are ready to pay for it, and they are ready to buy. Right? Now, product, you are going to produce a product which is in demand, which is going to be profitable for you. So you are going to produce that product or service. Now service, when it comes to products are tangible in nature. That means they can be seen, they can be touched, they can be measured. But when it comes to services, services are intangible in nature. That means you are supposed to, they cannot be seen, they cannot be touched, they cannot be compared, and you need to be present there to take the service. Like for example, for getting your car washed, you are going to take your car to the showroom, and then you can get the servicing and you can get the car washing done there. That means the car is supposed to be there. You cannot store that afterwards you can wash your car or the servicing can be done. You cannot. You are supposed to take the service at that time only, at that particular time slot only. You cannot store that service. Right? So now product, you're going to produce a product which is in demand, which is profitable to you. Product is something which, product is also the guarantee, the packaging, the warranty, the after sales service which comes with the product. So, and the benefits and the features which you offer for the product. And that's why the consumers or the public, they get attracted towards your product and they are going to purchase your product. Now next comes the price. Now pricing is an important element in marketing mix. Now we can say pricing is the very flexible element of all the 7 P's. Price can be reduced, can be increased or reduced at a shorter period of time. So this is the flexible element. But price, you cannot just decide the price by yourself. You need to study the competitor strategy, what price they are offering for the similar products, what product and servicing they are offering to the public, and then only you can decide the price for the product. And you need to understand how much, you need to know how much cost has been incurred in producing a product, and then only you can decide the selling price for the product. When you know the cost price, then only you can decide the selling price of the product. Now other thing is that when all the other things are similar, when it comes to competitor's product or the substitute product, like suppose, we'll take the example of a TV. Now there are Sony, LG, etc. There are so many brands available in the market. Now one is offering at 30,000, another brand is offering the same TV with same features at 50,000 rupees. So which one you're going to prefer? That is very obvious, you're going to take the 30,000 price of TV because that is also saving your 20,000 and that will be a wise decision. Right? So in that case, you need to choose, you need to decide the pricing strategies very wisely. Second important thing is that you cannot just change the price of the products every then and now. Because in this competitive situation, when there are so many substitute options available, and when you have a brand name, brand image of your company, then you cannot just fluctuate the price every then and now. But price is a flexible element in this marketing mix of all the 7 P's, that is the flexible element. Right? Next comes the place or the distribution channel, we can say, the place you choose to distribute your products. That means where there is a demand for your product, there should be supply of the products and services there. The supply should meet the demand, we can say. Now place, that depends on you, how you're going to make the products reachable to the consumers from point A to point B. How you're going to do that? What mode of transportation you're going to choose? Whether through flight, through airways, railways or roadways, which mode of transport you're choosing, and that distribution cost will also be added in the price of the product. Right? So you need to decide, when you have decided the product, the design, what kind of product or service you are offering, then other things will be decided accordingly. They goes together. They are individual elements, but they are going to work together only, right? Next is promotion. Now promotion is educating the customers, educating them, informing them about the product and services which you are offering, about the utility of the product to the consumers. When you are informing the customers, when you are educating them about the utility, availability of the product in the market and benefits to the consumers, and it is also a reminder to the consumers that your product is still the better one. You are offering better quality product or services. Now promotion can be done through advertisement, it can be done through maintaining public relations, and it can be done through direct marketing, direct sales, face-to-face sales. So promotion includes advertisement, informing the customer about the availability of the product in the market, utility of the product in the market, price, what packaging price you're offering, that will be advertisement. That can be done, which media you are choosing, through TV, advertisement, newspapers, pamphlets, leaflet, billboards, hoarding, what mode of communication or you are choosing to inform the consumers, right? Now public relation, maintaining a public relation, organizing events, right? Now you cannot just make your image. You need the help of media, or you need to take the help of, when you are doing something good, when you are offering something good, and you need to inform the public about that your company is doing something good for the welfare of the people. So you need to be in the news, you need to hold a good image, brand name. When it is associated with good quality products and services, that's why you need to maintain public relations as well. Press release, you have to do that as well. Face-to-face, one-to-one selling is a very old concept. Still it is very prevalent when you're doing one-to-one face-to-face selling, one-to-one direct selling, we can say. That is, there is an advantage of it that you can persuade the consumer, you can persuade them to purchase your product. You can convince them easily, and you can persuade them to buy your product. But these days it is less prevalent, so generally we are doing online purchasing, we are going to the mall, so there is no one-to-one selling, but still it is prevalent. Actually it is costly, that's why, otherwise it is still prevalent. Now these 4 P's are specifically for products, and they still rule the market, right? Now the extended P's, people, process, and physical evidence, these are specially for service industry, for hospitality industry, right? Now what are they? First one is people or the internal marketing. Now when it comes to services, services are provided by human beings to the human beings. So that means there is direct interaction of people. There is direct interaction of employees with the consumers, with the customers, right? So now the people, they are supposed to be trained, they are supposed to be skilled, and they are supposed to greet the clients or the customers very nicely. Because the very first impression which you get of your industry or of your organization is through the people or through the employees. Right, so you need to convince, first of all, you need to convince your employees, you need to treat them as aggressively as your first customers, because when you are satisfying your employees that we are offering good quality service to the customers, to the public, then they'll be confident, and they are not, when they are not lying, when they are not hiding anything, their confidence level will increase, and they are going to greet with the clients and with the customers very confidently and nicely. They're going to present themselves nicely, that we are not lying or hiding anything from you, but we are actually providing good quality products and services to you, right? So people, their behavior, what uniform they are wearing, how they appear, the way they greet, the smile on their face, the happiness, the satisfaction, they are happy working in that organization, right? So people, they are doing internal marketing for your company. So they are supposed to be trained, and they are supposed to be convinced as aggressively as your first customers, because they are going to sell the products and services of your company to the clients, and there is direct interaction with them, right? Now next one is process. or we can say process management. Now process is something how the services will be reachable to the consumers. What process, what processes undergoes, or how much time it takes to make the services available to the consumers. So that will be process management. Again, skilled employees are needed in that. Now we'll take the example of a bank. Now we know bank. Now if there is a scenario, there is a within 15 minutes you can open a bank account. So that is the process of that bank. Fast process. They're delivering the service to the consumers at a fast rate. So that means that is the process, how the services will be reachable to the consumers, how they can get the services, and how much time it will take to make the service available to the consumers. Right. Now next we can take when we have ordered a food on Swiggy or Zomato. So how much time they take? 30 minutes? 1 hour? So that is their process management. How they make the products available to the consumers. So the service, we are getting the service, how much time it will take, they are taking to make the services available to the consumers. So what service, how much time they are taking, right? That will be the process, right? Now another example we can take, like suppose McD, they are offering burger and the taste and the quality remains the same. Now because the milk products, the bakery products, the ingredients, the vegetables they are using, they are taking it from the same supplier, from the main manufacturer, right? So that's why they are not compromising with the quality of the products they are offering to the people. The process, there is similarity in the process and there is a quality. The supplier is the same and the quality remains the same. That is why the taste remains the same and they never compromise with the taste and quality of their burger. Right, so that is the process, that is process management. Next comes the physical evidence. The 7th P is physical evidence. Now physical evidence, let's take the example of a hotel. Now there is a hotel and there is a B hotel. Now same, they are providing same quality of food, same setup is there, right? You're getting a good quality food, tasty food, the location is also nice, right? Now how you're going to differentiate, suppose you have to throw a party. You have to throw a birthday party of yours. So which hotel you're going to choose? Hotel A or hotel B? What hotel you're going to choose? The product, the food item is the same, the quality is the same, hardly there is any difference in the price. So on what basis you're going to decide in which hotel I'm going to throw a party? So you're going to decide on the basis of the ambience which you get. Ambience is the environment, the atmosphere of the hotel which makes which is different of other hotels. Like of a hotel, it's a soothing environment, the music is soothing, the facilities, the service is fast, the lighting effect, that is good, you like the ambience, that is, you feel good, you feel soothing, it's very good, it's very nice, it's very pleasing. So you prefer hotel A over hotel B because you have differentiated through the ambience, on the basis of the ambience, the environment, the physical environment which you get of a hotel. So here when it comes to services, when the products, when the base remains the same, the main things remains the same. So on what basis you are going to decide? So you are going to look for the ambience. On that basis you are going to take the decision. So that is the physical evidence, right? Now another we can say, suppose a bank. Now it will take 15 minutes to open a new bank account. So the way where you are sitting, the sofa set, there is basic amenities, basic facilities, there is AC, proper ventilation is there, drinking facility is there. So it is not difficult for you to spend 10 to 15 minutes in there because you're waiting for the service, right? And at least you will wait for some time to take the service. So the physical environment should be pleasing, it should be good, and then only you will decide to go to that place. So that will be physical evidence. Now these are the 4 P's, these are specifically for products, and the extended P's which we have studied, these are specially for service marketing or service industries. So this way we have understood the 7 P's of marketing. Thank you.